Okay, so you've already experienced so much of the Course for Good journey in just this introductory module. So now I'm just going to take a moment to share with you what the journey is going to look like in the next 12 modules to support you in growing into your growth goals, growing into your envisioned future impact, scale, and profit. So we're going to show you, this is what each week is going to look like. We're going to focus on various parts of your 4-page growth plan. And each part of your 4-page growth plan has its own little tools that you can use. And they're designed to bring out your wisdom, the wisdom of you and your team. And so you don't need to go do anything else other than to hear your own wisdom. And this is going to help you design all these different elements that we talked about in the 4-page growth plan. You're also going to, as we go through each module, we're going to continue to reflect upon the 3 leadership commitments and how those come into play for each of these different topics. And as you're implementing this different rituals, we're also going to talk about continuing to build on the growth mindsets that we discussed. And you're going to continue to see the transformational effects of being transformative and the transformational map. So we're going to dig into each one of those and allow each of those pieces to become leverage in creating your new results. So module 1 is all on the purpose section: core purpose, vision, impact goal, core values, and inception story. So you'll be able to craft that. Each one has its own tool. Module 2 is where we look at your customer. You create a service avatar. You have this really cool guided visualization that you'll be able to do with yourself and with your team. The team can listen to it themselves. Everybody creates their own avatar that allows them to create connection with whoever you serve, whoever your customer is. You're also going to really define the who they are, what they need, and your succinct who what statement. And that who what statement becomes really powerful for your whole company. You start to use that over and over again, and everybody now speaks the same language of who your customer is and what it is that you do. Next, you look deeper into your market, and this is where you're going to discover what your TAM, SAM, and SOM is. So there's a worksheet, there's a toolkit that you will be able to go and discover your total available market, your serviceable addressable market, and your serviceable obtainable market. And then you're going to also look and see what your macro trends are and the specific buying triggers of your customer. And so that you know how to message in ways that are meaningful to your customer, you're aligning with them. You're also going to look and see who your competitors are, and you're going to craft a very beautiful position statement. And that whole section of looking at your market's really going to help you drill into how your brand is unique and special. Then we're going to shift from the market over in module 4 to what you offer. So what is your product? What is your service? What generates profit? So we're going to dig into those 2 concepts in module 4. Then in module 5, we're going to return back to the idea of your customer and experiencing the customer journey. Okay, so we'll use the customer journey to then see where is your area of chosen greatness, 3 feelings to cultivate, your impact mantras, and your 3 customer experiences that you'd like to improve. So that is a really fun and engaging piece. All these pieces are really powerful to use with the rest of your team. These are tools that you'll want to share with your team. The next, after that, module 6 is on growth. It's answering the question, how do we grow? How do we grow in terms of impact, scale, and profit? So we're going to look at your enrollment funnel. We're going to break it down. I've got a wonderful set of tools to help you really unlock your funnel. You're going to decide on your growth model, and you're going to set your 12-month customer enrollment goals. So you will be able to see really clearly, well, I would like to be able to, in 12 months, I'd like to be able to enroll 100 new customers every month. You'll be able to see how many prospects you'll need, how many suspects, and then you'll be able to see like how many opt-ins and who's going to do what. So you'll be able to really identify, and that's in that module. The next one, module 7, is very special. It's the module on prosperity, deciding what your personal definition of prosperity and freedom looks like. And this is an important piece along the journey. So this comes kind of right in the middle of the modules, and it helps you take a moment to step back and remember why you created this business and what you hope it will bring to you. It helps you evaluate your relationship with your company, and really sort of start to think about what your future goals are and what life it is that you want to create. Module 8, we come back in now fresh, and we start to look at what our path forward is going to be. And that's where we decide on where we are. We look at our financial reports. We look at our metrics, our Force for Good self-assessments and our key metrics, and we do a business assessment. So this is a really great way for us to interact with the rest of the team, or you can do it by yourself. It's up to you, and start to assess where we are. Then we build the strategy, the 10-year strategy. We do a focus SWOT, which is fun. We do a chronological strategy. So you started to do that on the 4-page plan. We're going to make it really rich and meaningful. And then you're going to have your strategic priorities and the milestones. And module 10 is where you're going to decide on the breakthrough. Every year, every company has an opportunity to stage a massive breakthrough. And you're going to stage yours. And you're going to find out which breakthrough is going to have the most prolific, profound, amazing result in your business. So you'll select your 12-month breakthrough goal, and you'll decide on every functional part of your company, whether it's marketing or sales or product, finance, technology, all the different functions of your company will then have their own goals that we call those the functional most important goals that align with the breakthrough. And they also have not only outcome goals, functional goals, but they also have specific lead indicators that create the result. So you're going to craft those, and you're going to craft quarterly goals. So this breakthrough stage is where it's really rubber hitting the road. What are we going to do? How can we all be, the whole team, myself and everyone else, of highest and best use to create a specific breakthrough, the most important breakthrough that's going to lead us to the most impact, scale, and profit. And then we're going to do a budget. And the budget, to me, is the path to freedom. Budget is how you are able to it's your purpose in numbers, right? It's the purpose of your business through numbers. And nothing creates results faster and more clearly than having a clear budget and forecast. So we will do that. I have a great tool that'll help you do that, even if you've never done it before. And if you have, I think you'll still like the tool. And then, last but not least, we will embark on helping you round out all the rest of the rituals so that the rituals are what creates the perpetual success, the innovation success, the perpetual virtuosity. So that is what we are going to focus on. You may wonder, how do I do this? What's the best way to implement it? And what I would tell you is it's up to you. One way to do this is to listen to each module 1 week at a time. That's certainly an option. You can absolutely do that. I would encourage you to do, if you do that, to set a weekly meeting, set 2 hours a week, and invite your team, your leadership team, and do it together. Put it put the videos up and have everybody have their own worksheets, and everybody does it. This is profound. Like, you can do it that way. The other thing that I recommend that you can do is you can do this over a series of days. So there is actually a huge benefit in doing all 12 modules in a week or in 2 weeks, or in a couple of days going off site and getting it done. So you can absolutely do that. And I encourage that. It's a great practice. Sometimes there's some resistance, the reasons why we can't do that. But if you can, that is a great best practice. If you can sort of step away and together with your leadership team, just walk through these rituals and walk through each of these modules, use the materials, use the recordings, you will see an opportunity to build cohesion and alignment and see what you need to do to create results. So that is it for the introductory module of the Force for Good system. And it really is designed that you could just do just this and probably never need to do anything else. The rest of the modules are very profound in helping you really, really get to the heart and soul of each of those core growth elements and helping you continue to stay engaged with your recipe for growth and really continuing to activate the wisdom within. Each one is the container for your wisdom and your team's wisdom. And the more you start to circulate wisdom within your team, the more you're going to create excitement and growth. So we talked today about so many things. We talked about the brighter future you envision. We talked about your intentions. We talked about the 3 leadership commitments. Be wise, be transformative, be of highest and best use, right? We talked about the 5 growth mindsets. Growth is a puzzle you can solve. Sequential puzzles propel growth. Growth requires change. Growth requires measured improvement across time. And what confines growth isn't what you think. We did all of that. We walked through all the gifts that await you on the transformational journey. And we also went through the 3 essential tools, right? We talked about 4-page growth plan. You created your first version. You created a draft of your transformational map, and you started to instill your first innovation rituals. And now we just talked about how to use the accelerator and how to use all the 12 modules to your benefit. So without further ado, I invite you to go on into the world and go make the world a better place. Continue to be who you are, live with purpose. And I can't wait to hear about your success. Please feel free to send me your first versions of your growth plan, as well as your transformational map. I'd be honored to support and serve you in whatever way I can to help you grow your company. Go make the world a better place.